why am I in a car, you might be asking? I'm currently heading to Micro Center to acquire a couple products. One's going to be a kilowatt meter, and the other's going to be a power supply. Now, if you followed the title of the video, you'll understand what's going on. This is me doing a personal test to figure out exactly how much power you actually need for a gaming machine like the Level of Beast or my current build Riding Rug. I had a website that I pulled up trying to figure out exactly how much power I was using versus how much I was wasting, which that wasted power gets turned into heat, which goes into my very small room, which my craptastic air conditioner that makes a lot of noise that I have the audacity to crap out of in my videos, or else you'll hear a nice little hum all the time. I want to find out if I can cut my heat level down to make that air conditioner suck less. Now, that's the game plan anyway, so I'm going to try to acquire a kilowatt meter for a decent price. If not, I'll just go to Home Depot and buy one for like 20 bucks. I'm probably going to get my hands on a Corsair Power Supply. I'm not entirely sure which one I'm going to get, but since I'm here anyway, I've got a few minutes, I will go over loosely, like I'll cover this in more detail as I do my testing, but there's a couple of criteria that I follow when I'm getting power supplies. First and foremost, it has to be full modular. That way, if your power supply goes boom boom, you can just pull the unit out itself and go trade it for the exact same unit or whatever, and not have to worry about removing a single plug from your system. Like, the less cables you have to take off your motherboard, the less likely things will go wrong later on. Pulling a plug wrong will fry your sockets, you know, all that kind of good stuff. The other thing, it has to be 80 plus, at least silver or gold, platinum preferably, but I've got a certain budget and I'm not going to explodulate my budget on something that's only like 5% at most more efficient. Price point, I'm not going to spend any less than $100 unless I get one hell of a sale going, because that is bad. Remember, your power supply is the beating heart of any machine. Any kind of machine out there has to have something powering it, and if that power supply dies, everything connected to it goes too. Now, if a power supply goes pop, you have the problem of you could lose every single part in your computer that requires electricity. So yeah, go ahead and spend 20 bucks on a power supply, but good luck replacing that $300 plus graphics card, your processor, your motherboard, your memory, your hard drives, your solid state drives, your peripherals. If you hook up a keyboard up to your USB port and you screw up, it will blow up and kill your keyboard. I've seen it happen. I've actually seen them catch on fire, which is really weird coming from a 5 watt cable. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Well, a little bit for you, probably about half an hour to 2 or 3 days for me, knowing how I am with Micro Center. So anyway, guys, I will see you in just a bit. Alright, so we have 0 watts right now. When I hit the switch, not when I turn the machine on, but when I hit the switch, we should see about 10 to 15 or so, maybe more, watts pop up just for the system getting ready for its boot. Everything in its 12 volt rails and whatnot should be primed, but we should not see very much. So I'm going to try to hold this steady, which is why I wish I had a tripod, but I do not have a tripod, so uh-oh, we've already got something. I don't have the switch on, by the way, so go ahead, flick it on. Okay, where are we going to sit at? So we got 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 1. Okay, what the test is going to be is I'm going to do a normal boot with the normal power supply, do basically torture to the entire system, try to make it suffer, all that kind of good stuff. I'm pretty sure that the new one will be superior because it's got just the sheer efficiency rating and whatnot, but we're going to find out if I need more power or less power than the power supply I bought. Ragnarok is offline, as you can see, and I'm sorry I have to use the flash because that's a dark spot. So turn Ragnarok on. We have 132, 136, 37, 58. Ragnarok, don't you be an asshole. There we go. It just had to do a restart. Okay. Yay! 146, 143, 142. Ragnarok is booting up. Okay. 157. Just had to stop this defragmentation. That's what that was. Okay. So yeah, we haven't broke 200 yet, guys. Like, this is very interesting. I'm really interested to see what happens when we get Ragnarok going, because that's going to be the real answer that I'm looking for. So far so good. I mean, we're not really using much power at all. And I mean, I've got 970 in there. A 970, water cooling, all that kind of stuff. Even the website I was on at the time said I'd be expecting to burn about 500. Up, we broke 200 finally. Uh-oh. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've got my mic, I've got all the stuff I would normally be using, my headset, all that kind of good stuff. All hooked up to a hub right now. My controller's right there, one of them. I hate that. I've got all these hooked up, ready to go. All I gotta do is turn it on. We'll find out if that actually affects this before we actually go over to 3D Mark 11 and put it through the absolute most fantastic test ever. Doesn't really seem like anything's happening. Well, now we should see something. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that was my microphone not being totally plugged in. So when I plugged it in, we had a voltage spike. So this right here should be a pretty accurate representation on what normal use of Ragnarok would be like. Extreme preset. You know what, will be even more fun. We're going to display scaling mode stretch, which means it should do 5760. We're going to put everything at absolute horrible. But I don't even care anymore. 5760x 1080, where are you? Ah, there we go. We're going to do this right. So we got 5760. We're going to have shadow map size. We're going to extreme everything. Now, color saturation. So we're going to go ahead and set it up to do all this. These are everything. So just to confirm, we have everything hard slammed. I'm going to put my computer through absolute hell now. Okay, so we're already at 300 plus. So we're at 332 with that. So just keep an eye. We have 330, 29, 35, 37. So at this point, I'm not really using any kind of energy. Like, this is hilarious how much less power. I'm using even less power than I thought I was. Like, ridiculous. This is stupid how much less power I'm burning. I mean, we've got 3D Mark 11, which is like one of the big bads when it comes to, oh, Advanced Edition, by the way. So this isn't a laughable benchmark software. This is fairly recent, and I still haven't broke 400 watt. I'm currently over 100 below what I thought it was. This is an absolute nightmare scenario physics test. This is the worst that the game can throw at it. Alright, so now we've got the volumetric lighting and multiple light sources, post-processing, lighting effect, and tessellation. Oh dear. I'm only getting 7.9 frames a second on this. This sucks. I feel like Tim's computer when we were playing freaking Battlefield 3 religiously. We still I haven't hit anywhere near the mark yet. Like, we're light. Like, I didn't know. Oh, physics test. Okay, so there we go. I don't know why it's giving me the test like that. If it wants to. Anyway, so there we go. We've got our 242 watt. I have not touched 400 watts yet. Like, I'm close. I can feel it in my soul, but I can't. So now this is combines GPU and CPU workloads, tessellation, volumetric lighting, post-processing, simulating soft body physics and whatnot through direct compute. This should be the test. If this test doesn't do it, I don't know what will to make this thing break 400 watt. I just want to point out, I suck at life right now. 3D Mark 11 on a Windows 8 computer, or 8.1 computer, high-end, everything maxed out on the software, and nothing is different. It's flipping fantastic. So, yeah. Okay, so there you have it. I was using FutureMark, 3D Mark 11 Advanced Edition, all that kind of good jelly stuff. I had everything at 100% across the board. Anisotropic filtering, tessellation, everything that 3D Mark 11 can throw at it, which is about what a typical game of today would be like. I don't know, like, I'm surprised. I'm sitting at 132 a kilowatt, right, or watts right now. A kilowatt, that'd be scary. So I'm sitting at 133 watts right now while I'm recording this video. Got Audacity here, and I've got my internet stuff right there, and I have all my peripherals hooked up. I've got everything, and I'm thinking to myself, that is a lot of excess heat and energy being wasted. So do yourself a favor, go to a store, buy a $20 kilowatt meter, and plug everything in your house into one at least once, and see what your what is using up all of your power. I have a very strong feeling that my air conditioner that's right there, burns at least 1,000 watts. Like, I'm thinking it does, and if it doesn't, I'll be impressed. Like, it's relatively old, and you know, like, again, and nobody really has that good of a job these days. So, you know, everywhere you can cut corners on your not corners, but can save a couple cents on your power bill, that's good. Get the don't even worry about the squiggly bulbs. Go spend 20 bucks and buy yourself an LED bulb. They won't ever die, basically, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. Be sure to subscribe if you are a fan of this and my other project stuff. Trying to balance things out between gaming, Vocaloids, and unboxing and technology, all that kind of good stuff, and it's kind of fun. So yeah, I had fun doing this video. Be sure to leave some comments in the stuff below, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, so have a good one.